Well, ladies and gentlemen, back in the 40s, the famous piano player Duke Ellington said, "It don't mean a thing if it what? If it ain't got that swing." That's right. Here to sing it is the lovely and talented Miss Caroline Flogus.
Swing. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next one is a famous old tune by a man named Les Brown and his band of renown. Les Brown was born in Reinerton, Pennsylvania, and of course this is one of his standard famous songs. This is The Leapfrog by Les Brown. Check, check. Okay, folks, it wouldn't be a swing dance without something from Glenn Miller and his orchestra, right? This is the American Patrol by Glenn Miller. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring Caroline Flogus back out to the microphone, and she's going to sing By Mir Bist Du Schön. Wait till you hear her on this one. Totally phenomenal. Caroline Flogus.
And then you came inside, dear, my heart grew light, and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I rack my brain, hoping to explain all the things that you do to me. By mir bist du schön, please let me explain. By mir bist du schön means that you're by mir bist du schön. Again, I'll explain. It means that my heart's at your command. I could stay back. mere extra shame. So kiss me and say that you will understand. Thank you.
Well, we're very, very lucky here at OGR to have a bunch of talented students, of course, and some talented singers, right? You already heard Caroline, she's amazing. We have another amazing singer, and that's Cecily Vu, and Cecily's gonna sing the #1 song by Queen in 1979. Any guesses as to what it is? Crazy Little Thing Called Love. You got it. Here she is, Cecily. Come on out.
Take a long, long ride on my motorbike till I'm ready. Crazy little thing called love. There goes my baby. He knows how to rock and roll. He drives me crazy. He gives me hot and cold fever and he leaves me in a cool, cool sweat. I gotta be cool.
All right, thank you everybody, thank you. So we're gonna take a break and we'll be back again in about a half hour with another whole new set of music. And I'm gonna put some other recorded music on in the meantime, but while we're taking a break, I wanted to draw your attention to, on your tables, of course, is a swing era trivia. So tonight's all about the 1930s and the 1940s. So if you haven't already found that or looked at that, maybe go ahead, take a look at the trivia questions on your table, see if you can answer any of them. And then also, if you want to make your way around, we have some photos of some famous people from the 30s and 40s. See if you can figure out who they are. And when we come back from the break, we'll give you some of the answers, okay? So that gives you a little job to do here during our intermission. And I'm going to put some more music on. Feel free to keep dancing and feel free to enjoy the refreshments. We'll be back in about 25, 30 minutes. Thanks, everybody.